Regional officials renew their appeal to the national government to send more vaccines amid a new surge in COVID-19 infections in the provinces. Let's hear from League of Cities of the Philippines President and Bacolod City Mayor Evelio. Leonardia. Mayor, thank you so much for joining us. You just heard Paulo Barcelon, who's currently at the Ninoy Aquino International Airport, and we saw the arrival of 2.2 million doses of the Pfizer vaccine. And he said close to 500,000 will be going to Metro Cebu and to Metro Davao. What has the national government told you? How much will the League of Cities Philippines and Bacolod be receiving from this batch of Pfizer vaccines?
We do not have figures until now, Rico, as to how many vaccines will come to us. Although we've asked for it, and it is a necessity for us to know the volume, because we are supposed to get a third-party logistics provider to bring these vaccines to us and store them correctly. But at the moment, we have no advice from the national government what is our allocation of this Pfizer vaccine.
It seems like there's already an allocation for NCR Plus, Metro Cebu, and Metro Davao. Do you think, Mayor, there's preferential treatment here from the national government? Who to give these Pfizer vaccines to which cities and to which areas?
Probably their assumption is some of these LGUs do not have the facilities that can store Pfizer, because Pfizer is a different breed, in a sense that it needs minus 80 degrees to store that, and not everybody has that kind of facility. Although in the case of Bacolod, we are expecting that to come in a few days, and we believe that if we are given that allocation, we can also somehow handle it correctly.
And you have told the national government, as the League of Cities of the Philippines President, that there has to be an equal distribution of these vaccines to other provinces and cities around the country, and not primarily for the key areas like NCR Plus, Metro Davao, and Metro Cebu. What has been the response of the national government to your appeal to receive more of these doses that have been arriving in the country?
Correct. Actually, that concern was triggered by that period of time when there was that 90% allocation of vaccines to the Metro Manila area. And we in the provinces started to feel that it's secure in a sense, because if it was pouring, it was like pouring rain in Metro Manila, we were having trickles in the provinces. So
is the insecurity still there, Mayor? Do you still feel insecure that you're not given enough attention?
After that, actually, because the argument was, Metro Manila is not the Philippines, and apparently they listened to us, and Secretary Galvez himself had seen to it that we will get a much bigger allocation, and that is what is happening now.
So when you say you will get a bigger allocation, is it already happening? Have you received these doses that you are requesting for?
In the case of Bacolod, we feel that we're getting a good share of the pie already, because as of today, we had already inoculated 41,052 of our people, and comparatively speaking, if you talk in terms of proportions, we have a good situation in Bacolod, considering that we are, as of this moment, just dependent on the volume of vaccines that the national government is providing us, although we are looking forward, together with 25 other cities, or those cities we had contracted with AstraZeneca in the tripartite agreement, because there were 26 cities all in all out of the 39 LGUs. We feel that with this volume that we're getting from the national government, and coupled with what we're supposed to expect from our own purchase, we have a very stable outlook of what is to come in terms of the volume of vaccines that we will provide to the people of the
because the League of Cities of the Philippines have ordered AstraZeneca vaccines, but they will not be arriving this month, but only in July and in August. So now you're just relying basically on the supplies that are being delivered by the national government. Is there a certain brand that the League of Cities prefers, or are you happy with what has already been apportioned to the League of Cities?
We believe that in Bacolod, as it is also in most of cities, primarily the brands that are dominant are AstraZeneca and Sinovac. And may I say this, that in Bacolod, for example, it's almost a 45, 30, 45, 55%, a proportion, meaning AstraZeneca is just a little bit bigger than Sinovac in terms of the vaccinations that we've done with our people. I may say this, that the acceptance of Sinovac has somehow been has improved a lot, and people do not complain. It is they seem to have that attitude that kahit ano basta it's in my arm. It has improved.
And the most important thing is that it's in your arm and it protects you from the COVID-19 infection. Thank you so much for joining us on The Final Word. League of Cities of the Philippines President Evelio Leonardia.